Hey everyone, Travel Dad Steve here, coming to you from Travel Dad's Playbook. We're going to jump into the review of Aquatica as part of our Orlando Summer Series 2026 vacation that we took in June. We visited the park as a family of 5 with my 17-year-old son, 10-year-old daughter, and 8-year-old son, and of course my beautiful wife. We opened the park up on a Thursday morning and we were there till they kicked us out in the evening. We got to experience most, if not all, of what Aquatica had to offer. And in this story, we'll be telling you the highs, the lows, and ultimately, is Aquatica worth it for your family? So let's dive right in. The first thing we noticed about Aquatica was the sheer size of it. This is a massive water park with 2 wave pools, 2 lazy rivers, 2 fully equipped children's areas, thrill slides, family slides, and all points in between. Aquatica really has something to offer for all age groups, and even our youngest 8-year-old was tall enough to go on every single ride. And believe me, he's braver than I thought he was, because he even did the drop slide. So would I recommend it for your family of all ages? You bet. The family favorite was definitely Rouse Rapids. Rouse Rapids is a not so lazy river, and while it's shallow, it sometimes gets a little bit fast and oftentimes gets very wet. It wraps around inside a certain area covered in palm trees and greenery, and from time to time will pick up speed and give you a little bit of an exhilarating rush. My 2 boys were big fans of Ray Rush, which was a 2-person tube slide that also had a lot of fun to it. And ultimately, myself, my 17-year-old, and my 8-year-old all had to give big thumbs up for the drop slide experience. While it was very nerve-wracking, it was a lot of fun. One of the great things about our Aquatica trip was that we purchased the tickets as part of a package. The tickets included Discovery Cove, Aquatica, and SeaWorld. Once I backed out the Discovery Cove price, it turned out that the Aquatica ticket was about $20 and the SeaWorld ticket was about $20. For $20, the Aquatica experience is amazing, and I would highly recommend it. The great part is we could access the park for our entire stay. It wasn't just a 1-day pass. Naturally, with that great savings, I thought I should splurge a little bit, and I did. In the name of viewership and YouTube world and experience, I had to get us a cabana. And it was worth it. The cabana comes with unlimited bottles of water, towels that are included, which is kind of important because it turns out if you go to Aquatica without towels and you want one, you have to pay $5 to rent it, which seemed a little ridiculous to me, but brought even more value to the cabana. And when that storm hit on Florida afternoon at 2 p.m., as they often do, we had a place to rest, relax, and wait for the storm to pass. That Florida 2 or 3 p.m. storm is almost guaranteed at some point, if not multiple points, on your Florida trip anytime in the summer. And of course, this was no different. There was enough thunder during the storm that they had to actually evacuate the park, and for about an hour, no one was allowed into the water. But we waited it out, and when we came back and they reopened the park, we noticed about 30% of the people had gone, which left ride lines very short. Pretty much the park was ours to explore, and while we only had a couple of hours left, it really made the rest of the day a lot of fun, with no waits and a lot of rides. Now, not everything about Aquatica is perfect. For example, one of the lazy rivers, Loggers Lane, was actually closed when we were there. I believe it was probably being set up for an evening event they had later that night, so I'm not sure if that's something that regularly happens. The other part that was probably worth noting was the food selection at Aquatica is, maybe I would give it average. We had chicken tenders and French fries, and just like all chicken tenders and French fries, they were average. But outside of that, those 2 items didn't bring us down, didn't even slow us down. And otherwise, I'd give Aquatica a huge thumbs up. Would I recommend Aquatica for your Florida Orlando trip? For sure. I would say that it's similar to Blizzard Beach, similar to a Wet n Wild, but bigger than both. I've been to Wet n Wilds and I've been to Blizzard Beach, as well as a number of other Midwest water parks. And this size and quality of park was second to none. And the value was certainly worth it. So my family and myself can certainly give Aquatica a huge recommendation. If you're looking for something a little bit different to do outside of the parks, outside of eating, spending a day at Aquatica will bring you a lot of fun, a lot of sun, and some thrills.